Welcome back to another Wynncraft video. Today we are going to be covering the update news with the new update, the Rekindled World. So on their website, you can hit this like red fire button up here, and if you scroll down, first you'll see the trailer and then you'll see all the update notes. So I kind of just did a quick scroll through. I didn't really read too much. But first let's get into the trailer. That thing looks cool. Deer boss. I don't know if this is already a thing that was in the game, but does that mean player models will be different too? Because like I saw like not player models but like weapon models, because those weapons look really cool. Nice looking chicken. Nice, nice. So what I think this is kind of like a rework update where they're going to be changing a lot of the already existing things and trying to improve the current game instead of it being like a major content update. World event. Okay, so that seems pretty cool. I don't know if world events are already a thing because I'm not to endgame yet, but I still like the sound of world events. I know I'm pausing a lot, but that is so cool. Just him coming out of the portal like that. It's like a little intro. Okay, we got some more intros. What? Wait, I've done this raid. This is the Groot slaying. That thing looks way better. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. So it looks like they're reworking like all the bosses in the game. Maybe not all of them, but a majority of the bosses in the game. That's crazy. The Rekindled World. Alright, so that is the trailer. Guess there's a little bit more in here. It's pretty much going to say there's going to be more info to come over the next few weeks. They do plan on releasing it this summer. So let's scroll down and kind of look at what is changing. So enemies are bigger and more dangerous than ever. We've redesigned our mob system from the ground up to bring you new foes worthy of your strength. All mobs have been rebalanced. Oh, so it's not just models. They're being rebalanced as well. So that'll be interesting. I hope the game gets harder, because the harder it is, the more fun it will be. Unless it gets impossible, of course, but I like a challenge. It will more accurately match your powers as you progress through the game. Okay. It's time for the enemies to get the same treatment. So this talks about kind of how gear and stats have gotten better, but you know, the enemies have not gotten changed, so that will be pretty neat. So bosses aren't the only to receive a makeover. Hundreds of mobs have taken new forms, ready to give you the fight of your life every opportunity. So all mobs have been rebalanced. It says all. Like, so from the chickens in Ragni all the way to the endgame mobs, all have been rebalanced. Plus 350 unique mob AIs and abilities. Okay, so more. I'm hoping more mobs are going to have abilities and either shoot something at you or jump at you, because that's pretty much all they do right now. Plus 300 unique entity models, which you can see them playing here, which they look really cool. Even the chicken and the mushroom and all of that, they look. Spider looks really cool. So modernized. So updating systems and UI. So this is the blacksmith UI, and it looks like you can sell more things than you could before. There's 2 rows, but I think that is technically more things. Okay, I like the UI change. Maybe there's not going to be as big of a need for wind tills, maybe. Maybe they implemented a lot of the wind tills thing in the game, because I like how those bars look. The stat bars. Little health bar above the enemy mob. That's pretty nice. I like how that looks. We've improved the music. Let's turn that down so it's not too loud. Here's a sample of some improved music. I mean, I really like the Wynncraft music, so let's see if it's any better. We'll just play that 10 seconds. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I like the charm of like the Minecraft note block stuff, but you know, maybe it will be good. We'll find out. Teleportation scrolls. Teleportation scrolls now have charges that slowly regenerate over time. They will no longer be consumed nor required to keep purchasing more. That is gonna be so nice. It is so annoying to have to need to go somewhere. I open up my bank. I'm like, okay, gonna grab a scroll, and there's none in there, and then I have to figure out how to get there. So that will be so nice. Soul points gone. Soul point bombs have been transformed into the teleportation. Okay. Dying makes you drop materials and ingredients. Hardcore and hunted characters will still drop items. You can repair crafted items by simply using emeralds. Oh, heck yeah. That is really nice. That's gonna make like my life on my craftsman character so much easier, because now I don't have to worry about inventory space and like spam crafting a bunch of low level gear to scrap just to use it to repair stuff. Okay, so this is different. Raids. Raids have been greatly enhanced and reworked. They offer a much more streamlined and rewarding experience and are better suited for endgame players. Okay. I saw that little raid ready check type of thing, that little raid queue. I think that's pretty cool. Improving raids. All challenges and bosses have been reworked and improved. Raids now scale to each party member's own level. That's cool, because there's people that want to do raids and stuff with me, but I don't do it with them because I like to do stuff at level. So before it's like, well, you're level 105, I'm level 64. I don't want to just be carried. But I wonder if it's kind of like the mob deals damage to each player differently, and we do more damage differently too. That must be how it is. Raid Syndicate. The Silver Bull Company is expanding into the raid business. Sign up to the Raid Syndicate to unlock new rewards and effects. I'm not sure what this really means. Enable gambits to increase difficulty of raids to earn more rewards. Only players who enabled... Ah, so you can add like challenges with the like a Silver Bull subscription. So each 1% HP you have... Oh. So it's going to make it a lot harder, but get you a lot more rewards. That could be interesting. Improve Party Finder. Guild raids. When all raiders come from the same guild, they will have the chance to start a guild raid, which increases the difficulty and gains more rewards. I hope that's kind of a choice, honestly. I hope it's like, hey, you have the choice to do a guild raid. Would you like to turn this raid into a guild raid? Because like if you just want to do a raid and you don't want it to be harder, it'd be kind of annoying for it to be forced to be harder, in my opinion. So I hope it's a choice. Aspects. Raids and guilds now reward a brand new category of item, aspects. Okay. Aspects can enhance your abilities and will upgrade the more you collect them. So let's look at some of the aspects. So Great Bomb. Okay, so that's huge. So it's not just like, oh, you do more damage. That actually adds different effects. Air Shout gets more AoE. Chaos takes less mana to do, and it casts an extra spell. Multi-hit and backstab. So it looks like for the most part it is like range, but like Grape Bomb gives him +3 grapes. That's pretty cool. So I'm excited to look more into those. World events. World events will frequently appear throughout the provinces. Reach them before the starting time to fight waves. There's a lot of games that do stuff like this, and they're really fun. They make like traveling around the map more fun. So I like this, especially if you can do them solo. Like if they require a party to complete each time, a lot of people are just going to skip them. But if they're soloable, like it doesn't have to be easy to solo, but if they're soloable, that will be good, because I don't want to, you know, just be running through doing quests like, oh, world event, now I got to worry about finding 3 other players to do it with, because that's not too easy to do. So major world events. Once a week, a major world event will trigger near the corruption portal on all worlds at once. Any player above level 30 can attempt to take down the Annihilation Mega Boss, and defeating him will reward a corrupted cache. Seems like some Guild Wars 2 stuff's going on here. These world events. Content improvements. We improve lots of areas in Wynn. Most of the level 30 to 39 quests have been touched up. Many other pieces throughout the game have improved fights. Dungeons no longer require you to complete a quest to access them. Okay. They will also offer you a second chance to complete them at no extra cost. You know, dungeons being locked behind a quest never bothered me, but I am still in my first playthrough, so that'll be nice if I just want to like level up another character and do dungeons, so that I don't have to worry about that quest I've already done. Builds. So stuff is going to look nicer around the land. That's always a good thing. New content, new items, and major IDs. I think this is going to be some of the biggest stuff that's happening with the game. You can see it's not just like level 105 stuff. This starts at level 89. So we're just going to kind of click through some of these. But I think this is where it's going to really have the biggest impact. The visuals and stuff's going to be awesome, but with like how the game plays, you know, abilities and gear changes everything. So some major IDs. So seeking module. Homing shots track towards nearby enemies much more. Okay, that's cool. Dissolution lasts much longer, but no longer grants resistance. I don't even know what dissolution is. Hurricane's Eye. Violent Vortex applies 2 marks to every enemy it hits. That's pretty neat. You may cast spells and attack with a 30% damage penalty while on a horse. Heck yeah. Horse run. And plus 30%. Okay. This is going to be crazy. I say that just because I play mage, but I'm hoping you can get that sorcery on something that doesn't have like all of this stuff on it, because I want it on like some spell power stuff. But even if it is on this, even if all the stats are relevant, a 30% chance for your spell to cast a second time would be crazy. And it looks like maybe this would be really good on a monk, this piece of gear specifically, because it increases main attack damage and air damage. But again, I'm not a pro, not yet, so I'm just kind of speculating. New and reworked abilities. So I know everyone has been begging for the Shade Stepper to be updated, so we'll see if any Shade Stepper abilities get updated. So, okay. Healing 250% of your max health within 10 seconds will make your next heal activate Sunflare. And your orbs, okay, so it will heal health and mana to all nearby allies, and your orbs will attack constantly. Does that mean they just attack without you having to spam it? That'd be pretty cool. Plus 5% per second of your max health and max mana. So you can really play a support build and just like go full tank and heal people like crazy. But at the same time, you have to heal 250% of your max health for that to activate. Reduce vanishes cooldown by 1.5 seconds after striking an enemy from behind with a backstab. I know a lot of people's biggest issue with Shade Stepper was how long the cooldown on Vanish is. So if this cooldown reducer doesn't have a cooldown itself, and you can you know, get 4 hits, and you can reduce that cooldown by a substantial amount. That's going to be huge. When wearing the Mask of the Coward, Hall wins to bounce you off the ground. Okay. So you can be a little frog. After leaving corrupted, annihilate all enemies. Okay. It's for the Fallen. Okay, this is something I'll know about. Ice Snake will leave a sigil of ice beneath you that slows and damages enemies every 0.8 seconds. Allies standing on the sigil will be immune to knockback. That's good. The Meteor has so many buffs to it, and the Ice Snake really doesn't. So this will be cool to give Ice Snake more utility. That is a Lightbender archetype, so Lightbender's kind of getting buffed too. Chilling Snare. Attach an icy snare to a ballistic trap, drastically inhibiting and damaging nearby enemies. Okay. Loot running. I won't really spend too much time on this. I'll click through it because I haven't never done a loot run. Chestnut give +1 pull. All future time received will be lowered by an ever-increasing -5 seconds permanently. I have no idea what that means, honestly. Blue beacons now give +1 pull. Getting offered a purple beacon gives you +1 curse. And Jester's Trick. After being offered 20 items from Flying Chest, randomly get +3 pulls, +1 boon, +1 curse, or +30 seconds. Okay. During loot runs, there will now be a chance for random events to trigger. They can be beneficial or not, so that will kind of spice it up. During the beta, we'll talk more about our ideas for guild rating and other minor changes. And there's some bundles that if you want to support the server, you can, you know, maybe Orphean Pet, all of these things. Oh, access to the beta. Uh-oh. Interesting that they decided to lock access to the beta behind a $30 paywall. I hope the beta is something that is just going to be short. I hope the beta doesn't run for, you know, multiple months, and I hope that the actual update does come out in the summer, like it said. Rekindled World comes out later this summer, so yeah, I'm hopeful that that is what it will be. But you know, I will probably get the beta so I can cover this stuff that is, you know, coming and make videos about it. But I do think it's interesting that it is behind a $30 paywall. So don't know how I feel about that. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But overall, I think this is going to be very good for Wynncraft, especially with a lot of the other Minecraft MMOs coming out. A lot of the things they have going for them are like the crazy visuals, and just like looking at stuff like this, right? Like Wynncraft is now like actually competing against that. So I'm excited for what to come. You can expect me to keep making more videos as I get more information. And also I would like you guys to share your thoughts in the comments as well. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.